Welcome to Two Chicks and a Horror Flick, a weekly horror movie review podcast. I'm Tawny Ray.
And I'm Felicia Connor. Subscribe to get new episodes every Wednesday. We dive into trivia, drink a little whiskey, and of course, give our no BS opinions.
Join our Discord server or message us on social media to talk all things scary.
And if you like the show, consider supporting us on Patreon.
You can find all these links on our website, twochicksandahorrorflick.com. Thanks for listening.
Now let's get scared.
Hey everyone, welcome back. So excited to be talking about Final Destination Bloodlines today from 2025.
Yes.
And we're also recording earlier than we normally do, so I feel like I have a little bit more pep in my step. And that might have something to do with what I'm drinking. But before we get into what I'm drinking, what are you drinking, Miriam?
I'm drinking water. I had coffee this morning because it's the morning. So I had some coffee and now a big jug of water that is still not decorated with stickers. How about you?
I actually have some matcha going.
Ooh, I love matcha.
Yeah, I've really come around to it since we came back from Japan. The whole time we were there and I was drinking matcha, I was like, I don't know if this is my thing. But we came back and now I'm like, I just kept being like, I need something with energy that doesn't have a bunch of extra sugar. So I'm just drinking straight up plain unsweetened matcha right now. And it's very good.
Oh,
Big
I love
fan.
that.
Yeah.
All the kids and myself love from Starbucks, iced green matcha latte with one squeeze of vanilla and oat milk. That's what we order.
Gotta do the oat milk. Yeah.
So good.
Yeah. Anyway.
Yummy.
Okay, give me your life updates. What have you been doing, watching?
Okay, yes. I have been working like an insane person. I just wrapped up my third term of grad school.
Damn.
Just wrapped it up last week. So have the next few days off and then the next class starts on Wednesday. But other than that, I have things here that I have been watching. So first, we restarted Stranger Things and are watching it with TT because she saw a couple things towards the end, but she was young. It's been a long time. So we started watching it from the beginning and we got 3 episodes in last night. So that was fun. I don't know. I get all the vibes with it. God, I love it.
Oh, we should do that too because I'm excited for the last season. Doesn't it come out in October?
Yeah,
November?
It comes up. Yeah, it says 2025 on the little Netflix thing. We're like, it's halfway through there. When in 2025? So excited about that and seeing these kids. They're so cute and so little. I'm so curious because Millie Bobby Brown is a grown woman.
Yeah, I just saw that they adopted a kid.
I'm just
adults
wondering what it's going to be like with all of these kids, but it's cool to see them so little and young.
Yeah.
Love these guys. Okay. What else was notable? Oh, K-pop Demon Hunter. Okay. TT wanted to watch it and I'm like, sure, honey, let's do it. And I was into it.
Yeah.
I have the soundtrack on my Spotify now. It was good.
So good.
So much fun. Absolutely loved it. Let's see. What else is notable? I don't think we've talked since here. So, I finished Victorian Psycho.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
So good. Oh, this is a book, everybody. So unique.
I know.
It's so decadent is what I feel. It's just this, I don't know. I've never experienced anything like it before. And I absolutely loved it. So good.
Yay. I'm so glad you loved it.
Everybody has to read this book. It was a 5-star book for me. Read it, listen to it. Just do it. It was
just
so
do
good.
It.
Just do it. Oh my God.
Everyone I've had listen to it or read it has loved it. So yeah, I mean, I feel like it is a really unique book. I love the tone of it. You really get the tone it comes through. And also the descriptions is very, does a really good job of describing textures, which is a very weird thing. But yeah.
This is a book where I'm reading it or I listened to it, but was thinking, God, I wish I could write like this. I think if I just wrote like this, I would quit my job and just write. I don't know. It's just beautiful. It was so good. So good.
Yeah. Oh, so glad.
The other book that I finished was, and let's see, I looked in because my daughter actually bought me a physical book and I have it on my thing, but here it is. The Night Guest. And
Is it like pink?
Yes.
Okay,
yes.
I have this on my TBR, but I haven't listened to it yet.
Okay. So, I will. So, when it started out, I didn't know if I was going to be able to listen to it because the main character, I loathed her. Okay. She was just a complaining asshole like this. So, and I wrote my daughter because her friend told me to listen to it. And I'm like, ask your friend if it's worth listening to, because it's, I was reaming this book and this character, and my daughter had bought it. It's like somewhere right around here. I think it's there. Had bought it for me. And she's like, oh no, I didn't know she bought it for me. But, and then I can say that the writer does a good job. There is a point where the character acknowledges how she is. And so I'm like, okay, so it's very intentional, because sometimes I don't know if it's maybe the narrator, the way the narrator is reading the Audible book. Yeah. That maybe if they're putting too much emphasis in this irritating, sort of way, if it's meant to be. And then it does change. So it does change. It is intriguing. And then I just don't know if the ending was as impactful or if there's something I'm missing. So that's kind of how I feel about it. I don't feel like it was a waste of time or anything. And I do feel like I started to like the character more as the story went on. So that's a warning. If anyone is like me, that, it was worth getting through it. But then the end, I was like, okay, that's like, those elements are good, but just that, I'm not sure, unless I'm missing something. So that was like my weird unspoiler alert review of that. Yes. Let's see. Let me just give a couple more. I just started. Right now, I'm currently reading my favorite author, Lisa Jewell. And so I picked up a next book. I'm trying to get through all of her books. Don't Let Him In. And it's already fucking phenomenal. And we watched La Palma, which is about a tsunami.
Okay.
And that was really good. Oh, Weight Loss for TV. Fit for TV is what it was called. Fit for TV, about The Biggest Loser. That is a documentary. That was really fascinating. We actually just started watching that. Okay. Before I came in here to record. Okay, cool. Yeah, it's super fascinating. So you'll like it. And then I think that's all that's worth noting. I did watch because I posted in our Discord, Capturing Their Murder, The Girls on the High Bridge, and it's about the Delphi murders. So that's a true crime, and it was fascinating in the sense that the guy that is in prison for doing it, I was like, I don't know how anyone thinks he didn't do it. It's absurd. And then this documentary comes out and I'm like, oh shit. I don't know.
Okay.
I hope so, because he's in prison for it. But but that's a disturbing one. And then, the night before last, because I was feeling down and I was like, I just want to, watch something silly and happy. I started the Year I Turned Pretty. I think that's what it's called.
Oh, yeah,
it's like
the Summer I Turned Pretty.
The Summer I Turned Pretty, yeah. And I was like, oh, this is just like a feel-good coming-of-age story. But then I was watching some episodes with TT last night, and she was like, I hate this girl. She's a pick-me girl. She is a horrible friend. And I'm like, dude, I hate this too. And so then we turned it off.
We're like, oh my God. Yes, you're right.
She's like, the girl's a pick-me girl, and the boys are... I forget what she called them.
Tell me.
It was so good. Okay,
what's the equivalent?
I will text her really. What did you call the boys in that show we were watching? The girl's a pick me girl, and what are the boys? ? Okay, so I sent her a text, and as soon as she tells me, I was like, "Oh, I didn't even hear that," but you're totally right.
So funny. I was just hanging out with some friends, and they were talking about this show. I haven't seen it, but they were talking about how they are all watching it, even though it's terrible. They said the first season was okay, but like the later seasons keep getting worse. And everyone online is like hate watching it. Like,
yes. Because at first you're like, oh, this is sweet. This is cute. And then you're just like, oh, this girl. TT was like, Mom, I can't watch this anymore because every scene has this girl in it. She's such a pick me girl. It's like, okay.
Can't stand it.
I can't stand it either.
Funny.
But that's it. That's my life. What about you?
Okay, well, tell us what she says when she comes back to you. I also kind of okay. So I started a crochet project. I finished my work blanket, which is the thing I was working on before, and I've been working on that for literally a year. Finally finished that. So I was like, now what's next? And I'm trying to crochet myself a vest, which I've never made like a wearable thing. So anyway, but it takes fucking hours. I'm like less than a quarter of the way through, and I've spent hours and hours. So I rewatched the entire series Nobody Wants This while I was crocheting.
Oh, nice.
Because I'm kind of like, well, I kind of want to watch something I've seen before so that I'm not, because I have to be like looking down a bunch to do it. Did you write back?
Hold on.
Okay.
No, you called them certain kinds of boys. Remember? ? The girl was a pick me girl and the boys were, what were they? Look at me boys, or what was it? She goes, Mom, I don't remember the boys' names.
That's not what I was asking.
Okay, sorry, go.
Anyway, so I rewatched all of that, but then I was like, okay, well, now what? I want to watch something similar. So I watched a series called Too Much on Netflix, and it's like kind of like a rom-com comedy thing, but I don't really recommend it because I had this similar thing where I was like, oh, this is cute. But then I got like a few episodes in and I was like, oh, I think I actually hate this fucking main character. Like, she is really annoying me. She's like very whiny and obnoxious. I feel like the main male lead did a great job and I liked his character a lot. And so that's why I kept watching. But she was kind of killing me.
Yeah, it's the same with that. Like, the girl became so self-centered and whiny, and it was like, no longer. Yeah. Nobody Wants This is with the rabbi, right?
Yeah.
And the sex podcaster. Oh my God. I love that. Oh, okay. The boys were called tryhards.
Oh, tryhards. Okay. Yeah.
They're all tryhard boys. And I'm like, what? It's like, they're just trying so hard to get the attention. It's like constantly. And I'm like, okay, honey.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry. I see. Okay. Same thing on both sides.
Yes.
Pick me girl and a tryhard.
Yeah. Yes.
Tryhard boys.
I love it. I love it. Okay. So we won't watch that one.
Yeah. I would say skip it. But I also watched K-pop Demon Hunters. I can't remember if we talked about that the last time we recorded.
I can't remember either.
But it was very fun. I did like it too. Started watching Alien Earth, which is, I think we did talk about these.
I need to do Alien Earth. I haven't watched it yet.
Yeah. The only other things I'll mention is we finally watched Poop Cruise.
Okay.
But I think it was one of my least favorite train wrecks so far because it kind of felt a little anticlimactic. And also, I just want to say that if you're in a situation where you're stuck, stranded on a cruise ship, and the people tell you our toilets aren't working, please shit in this bag, I both cannot and I can believe the amount of people who were like, no, I'm not doing that, which is so annoying to me. I like Jade and I the whole time we were like, come on, like shitting in a bag is nowhere near the worst that thing that could happen to you in this environment. And so I just feel like fuck all those people who were like, no, absolutely not. I'm not going to shit in a red bag. Well, guess what? Then you're going to walk around in shit water because everybody did it anyway or didn't shit in the bag. And I'm like, whatever.
I feel the same way. There was that one guy who was like, absolutely not. And I'm like, what are you talking about? If you got to shit and there's nowhere else to do it, then do it in the bag. Like, just do it.
Why is this such an issue?
Yeah, I mean, I totally get it. It's not ideal.
Right, of course.
And then other people that work on the ship are going to be the ones that go around and collect your ship bag. So just like how that's bad. Those are the poor people.
Yeah.
So like, just do it. Absolutely not. I would never do that. Really? That's what you would never do?
Right. I know. That's Jade and I just the whole time we're like, this is like become a survival situation. And if the worst that you have to do is shit in a bag, like it's not, come on.
At least they didn't say, just fill up your toilets and shower with it and live in it. They're actually trying to take it away and give you an option that, makes it slightly
more like, sanitary for everyone.
Yeah.
Come on.
I agree with you. Totally.
Yeah. And then the last thing, I did start listening to Brother. But I didn't make it very far. I made it like a few hours, but now I'm like, I don't know. So if there's like some reason I should just keep going, if you think I haven't gotten to where.
It's so fucking good. Now, I read the book.
Okay.
So I don't know if it, because, sometimes that the voice actors, they really, we read the book. It was me and Mark from Podcast on Elm Street and Erica. And it, for me, was a page turner. But so I don't know if maybe you should. I mean, I would say it's absolutely worth it, but I don't know if it's not the best book to listen to. You know what I mean?
Yeah, totally. And I don't know that it was like I was annoyed by the VO person or anything. I just felt like, story wise, I was kind of like just not interested. Like there's no like mystery to me, I'm like,
really? No, there's a mystery.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll revisit, and so we don't ruin anything for anybody.
Yeah, there's a mystery.
Okay. Well, let's put a pin in that.
Okay.
We'll talk about it later.
Okay.
Okay. Anyway, but that's it for me.
Okay. I'm worried now because I loved Brother. I loved it.
If you can, I mean, like, we'll talk about it, and if you can give me a reason to keep listening, I'll be in.
Okay.
Anyway. But I think we're good catching up. So are we ready to get into this movie?
Yes.
Yay.
Yes.
Okay. We're talking about Final Destination Bloodlines again from 2025 this year. The directors, two of them, were Zach Lipivsky and Adam Stein. I looked these guys up and they've done a couple of other films together. So they're like a director duo for sure. But nothing that I recognized horror-wise. So I didn't make any further notes. Cast, we have Caitlin Santawana as Stephanie Reyes, our main protagonist. Teo Briones as Charlie Reyes, her brother. Richard Harmon as Eric Campbell, one of the cousins. Raya Kilstedt as Darlene Campbell, their mom. Well, Stephanie and Charlie's mom. Gabrielle Rose as Iris Campbell, their grandmother. And then Tony Todd as William Bloodworth, reprising his role from earlier movies.
Yeah.
Budget and box office. So budget was about 50 million and box office 300 million.
Wow. Good job.
Yeah. 5 times the budget.
Wow.
And the opening weekend alone was 51 million, which set a franchise record.
Wow. That's incredible.
Yeah, very impressive. And then for scores, I just did Rotten Tomatoes and Letterboxd. So 92% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Wow. Dang.
Yeah. And a 3.2 out of 5 on Letterboxd. Okay. Letterboxd is they're hard to impress.
Yeah,
for some reason, Ichi the Killer, fucking 4 stars or whatever it was, but which we should mention. I can't remember if we talked about what we were watching. I don't think we did on our last episode.
I don't remember.
We did an episode where we were guests on a podcast on Elm Street. Love those guys. And talked about Ichi the Killer because they're doing a series of movies from Asia. And that was fun.
Yeah, that was so much fun. You definitely should go listen to it. That was a blast.
Yeah. Okay, anyway, so let me give you a little quick synopsis. Turn back now, because I'm about to spoil the shit out of this movie. Stephanie Reyes discovers that her grandmother once cheated death in a 1960s tower collapse, and now her family is being hunted by death itself. Relatives die in a chain of brutal accidents as they try to figure out how to cheat death. Tony Todd returns as William Bloodworth to explain they can either steal someone else's remaining lifespan or die and be revived to save themselves. And then he offers a heartfelt... hold on, I was like writing this as you were setting up your...
While she does that, I just want everyone to know who's watching the video that I haven't become destitute. My shirt is intentionally torn. It says like occasional troublemaker, but I was noticing as I was sitting here, it looks like I have just come off the
homeless.
Street. Yeah, it does. It did. When I was in the mirror, it didn't translate to homeless. Now it does.
Well, if it makes you feel any better, I definitely thought distressed. Intentionally distressed shirt.
Yeah. Okay. Well, Tawny looks beautiful in autumnal. It's that season.
Yeah.
You look like a pumpkin spice latte. I love it.
Thanks. It definitely was overcast on Tuesday morning. It wasn't like cold by any means. It was still hot, but it was definitely giving fall vibes. And I was like, that was it for me. That was the moment where I was like, oh, it's fall. It's fucking like 80 degrees outside right now. But I'm like, nope. I'm ready. And then I did get a pumpkin spice chai the next day.
Oh, I love it. Maybe I'll do that today. Anyway.
Sorry. That was a little interlude. Back to this thing that I poorly wrote up with a little bit of ChatGPT help. I'm just going to restart there. So Tony Todd returns as William Bloodworth to explain that they can either steal someone else's remaining lifespan or die and be revived to save themselves. He then delivers a heartfelt speech about enjoying the time they have left before leaving the scene and then dying off screen, we assume. Stephanie drowns, but is brought back to life by her brother. And then their mother also dies. It's sad. But in the final moments of the movie, it's revealed that she didn't actually die, but she was just unconscious. And then death comes for them, and they both die in a freak train accident. That's the end.
Yeah, you gave the whole story. That's great.
Yeah, I kind of like doing that.
Yeah, we never do that. We usually give a little hint, but we definitely should do that.
Do the full set. Because I'm like, if you didn't watch it,
you're probably not listening to this episode or you don't want to.
Probably not. But if you didn't and you don't want to, then you probably want to know kind of what happens. And then if it's been a while since you've seen it, it might be a good reminder.
So we've just updated the podcast.
There we go.
Structure right now, right here, right now, live, real time. I love it.
Okay, Miriam, what did you think about this movie?
I loved this movie. It was so much fun. I really didn't think I would. Final Destination, I realized I may have watched the first one at some point, but I think it was that kind of collective. We had talked about this before. I think I've just seen so many memes and so many famous moments that I feel like I've seen it. I don't know that I have. Because like the log thing and we all know these pieces. And so anyways, I was thinking it was going to be super dumb and corny, and I was not thinking I was going to like it. And we watched it, me and the girls, and loved it. I had so much fun. I knew enough about the other movies from, I think, clips and memes and the horror community that I recognized the Easter eggs and stuff like that, or the callbacks to the other movies. And so it was so much fun. I thought you say this a lot, and it really resonated with this movie. I feel it didn't take itself too seriously. Right. And it just really worked for this movie. It was so much fun. I laughed. I loved seeing the different ways that death is creative and how they trick you. You see all these, like in the backyard, you see all these danger signs and you're like, which one is it going to be?
Yeah.
Right. And it's something you didn't even fucking think of. So that was a lot of fun. And after we watched it, I was like, we should watch them all because all of them are available. And so we started with number 1. Okay. I needed a break after that because it was just ridiculous. And when we were talking a little bit after about death, like in that one with the CGI, death is like, ooh, there's like this mist, you know, or this, I don't know, it was like sorcery. I mean, not really, but I think because they tried to show where death is with these little CGI moments and stuff like that. And then the acting, come on, we don't need to go there. But I think I'm imagining it just gets better because what I liked is that death was not, it was definitely in play, but it was more like a weaved into creation, not like a grim reaper. It is almost just a part of life. I don't know how to explain it. Life force, just a part of creation that's aligning itself, right? I don't know. I thought it was more like a magical being, or death was an actual being in the first one.
Okay.
With this CGI and these, you know, green mist and stuff like that, where here it just seemed like, that's the best way I could put it, like a part of creation. You weren't supposed to be alive, and now things were aligning purposefully to get you. And I loved it. Yeah.
I wish that we had a chance to go back and watch some of the earlier ones, but we didn't get that chance. So I'm glad that you did watch the first one, at least, so you can kind of offer what happened in that movie. But I think we will go back and do it because like we were like, we should go back and rewatch all these. So
yeah, I want to watch the rest of them because I imagine maybe they get better and better, like up until typically you don't have that with a franchise, right?
Right.
Wow, it's getting better and better. I don't know though. Maybe not.
I don't know either. Like I think I saw a few of them, but I couldn't tell you which ones they were. And yeah, but it seems kind of like, I mean, I know that Tony Todd is I think he's in 1, 2, and 5, which makes me think 3 and 4 are not as good. But I don't know if that's a fair assessment because of that. So I don't know. We'll find out because I'm sure we're going to go back and watch them.
Yeah, we'll have to go back and watch them. Well, how'd you feel about this one?
Yeah, I loved it.
Yeah, I thought because you had joy when you were talking about it.
Totally. I mean, that's how I feel. It was joyful, even though it's such a, you know, gory, shocking movie. Jade and I had such a blast with it. It was so fun and so over the top. I mean, that's exactly what you want out of a Final Destination movie. And you know how people say all the time when there's like a new version or a sequel or a reboot or whatever, people go like, we didn't need this. Like the franchise didn't need this. But you know what? I think we needed this.
We needed this.
I don't know why, but this just hit perfectly. Like this was like perfect timing, perfect tone. They did such an amazing job of like weaving in the other films and lore without like making it super convoluted. Masterful job. I'm like, I have chills. I feel a little bit of the way that I felt with Alien Romulus. Like it's a hard job to create yet another film in a huge franchise that like connects, that acts as like a little bit of connective tissue for the other films. And also stands on its own in its own right, you know, like, just I think actually masterfully done. This is definitely going in my like top 10 of the year for sure, because this was so fun. It was just a blast of a fucking movie. So you can tell I'm like super jazzed. I feel joy. It gave me so much joy.
It did. It was a blast. So you're absolutely right. It can stand alone. You don't have to know anything from the other movies, but you may just from this movie's history and how embedded it is within the culture. I would say like there were so many things that I just knew from seeing clips and stuff like that. So you probably know enough, but even if you knew nothing, you wouldn't even need it.
Yeah. The only thing that I think would feel weird, that did feel weird to me because I did the research, but I don't remember much about the movies before this. I remember big, ridiculous death setups, right? Like I remember some of those, but I don't remember much about the actual plot or the other characters. So the only part that I think would feel weird is Tony Todd's part, because you do sort of feel like there's this like extra weight here. Like, oh, we know this character somehow. And he was in the other films. So maybe we start
That's
there,
true.
actually, because I have a whole thing about Tony Todd.
He also was Candyman, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I thought so.
Yes. And he sadly passed away at the end of last year.
Mm.
So I have this thing. This is kind of a long piece of trivia, but producer Craig Perry said in an interview that those on set knew that the project was likely to be Tony Todd's last while they were filming it. We all knew that he was obviously quite ill, and it was pretty clear that this was going to be the last role he would play in a movie. And the fact that it was one of the Final Destination movies made it that much more poignant. The movie explains why Bloodworth is so familiar with Death's plans in the other films, leaving him to be able to warn other characters of what's coming. This is done during a climactic monologue, which was adjusted due to the gravity of Todd's condition. So the directors made this is back to a quote from producer, Zach and Adam made a very shrewd decision to take the last couple of lines that were scripted and say, Tony, just say what you would want to say to the fans. What would you like to impart to them in this moment? So everything that makes that scene so emotional is authentic because it was just Tony talking through the camera to the very fans who supported him for so many years. So it was a very magical moment on set, and it's one I'll take with me until I go to the grave.
I just got cold chills. I did not know that. Now I'm going to go back and watch that.
Yeah.
So I have to agree with you. I forgot that piece. You're right that if you haven't seen the other movies, you might go, what? Because all my kids did that. For some reason, I knew he was in the other ones. Maybe I had seen the original at some point because I knew he was in it. So I recognized him like, oh, he's from the other movies. I didn't really know what he did or what his role was, but my kids did go, what is that all about?
Yeah.
The creepy guy at the morgue, what? So I think that would be something that throws you off. But if you've heard this episode, now you know how tender it is.
Now you know. Yeah. And I love it because there is kind of, you feel this emotional weight that has nothing really to do with like the movie itself, but you're like, what's happening here? But yeah, in the other movies, he acts as he is a coroner. So he's kind of the one that offers ideas and like counsel, I guess, to the other characters in the movies about how to cheat death. But it's sort of revealed here that like he's known about this all along, and he's kind of learned through their mistakes and successes, like what works and what doesn't. Because I think it's Final Destination 2 where the main character dies, like flatlines and comes back, and so she survives. That's how he knows that. I don't know about the other one, if there's a other movie reference, if you like take someone's life and you get their remaining years. But yeah, I thought that was really cute. And like in the moment I was like, oh yeah, I forgot that he had cancer. And like I teared up a little bit because he is like, he's facing a terminal illness, and that's, ultimately that's what this is all about, is like death comes for all of us. And
yeah, I didn't realize he actually had cancer.
Mm-hmm. That's why he's so skinny. I mean, he's like, he looks a little bit in rough shape, but.
And do we not know in the other movies that he's the little boy from that? Have we not heard that story?
No, I don't think so.
Sky Tower? Okay.
Yeah, I think that was an entirely new addition.
So we don't really know a lot of his background period throughout all the other movies, I'm guessing. And then in this one, we find out what his backstory is.
Yeah, exactly. Which is so well done. I can't believe that they did such a good job of connecting that.
That's very, very cool. I loved hearing that.
And along that note, you might have a question about like, because I was kind of finding myself at the end of the movie being like, wait, how does this connect? Like, I was like, oh, are all the other people in the previous movies a result of this? But the director said that the protagonists of the previous films in the franchise are not connected to anyone at the Skyview because it would break canon, considering that we see the parents and families of those characters still alive. But I also think it kind of makes sense that those are their own premonitions of events that have their own like little set of people,
Yeah, I think that totally makes sense because it's not just like everyone that was in the Skyview Tower restaurant cheated death. I'm sure there's people all over the world that have had situations where they cheated death. And so then maybe death would be coming after them to realign.
Yeah.
That makes perfect sense to me that they wouldn't all be related.
Yeah, totally.
So they just start to have these. Are there people within? Is there something that makes certain people special that they have the premonitions? Because it's not like all the people who are related to this lineage of cheating death and they all need to be killed. They don't all know. They don't all have these premonitions. Is there something? I don't know.
I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Special, or is it like the oldest person in the lineage or the...
I don't know, but she does
not
mention...
the oldest, youngest, I guess. But go ahead.
The grandmother does say, maybe death is coming after you since I have cancer now. Like maybe it's jumped to you. Because there are a couple of things that make this film unique in the franchise. One is that the actual event didn't happen. I think in the other films, the event happens, but the person, or like there's a handful of people who survive. This one, the Skyview, doesn't happen at all. No one dies in that event. And the other thing is that her granddaughter is even though Iris was the one with the premonition, she's not really our main protagonist that we follow through the rest of the movie and who keeps having premonitions about other people. It's her granddaughter. So that is a distinct difference from the other films. But I wonder if maybe that is part of it, is like, because her death was sort of a foregone conclusion. Even if she didn't die in a freak accident way, she was going to die from cancer also. So,
and her mom has visions too, right? That's why she secluded herself from the kids.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, she does say that she started seeing death everywhere.
Maybe people have visions, but just discount them as nightmares or something like that.
That's totally possible. People are like, oh, moments of anxiety.
Yeah, they have these, but they're just not as open to it. So it's accessible to everybody. They have these feelings, but they're just closed off to it. So they don't really. That was a question I had.
Yeah, because I do feel like once they start paying more attention, like her mom and her, they start to see things better. So, yeah.
I think we start with like the backyard scene, right? I loved this backyard scene because it really took you on this crazy journey of, oh, it's going to be the ice, glass in the ice, or no, it's going to be the rake, or no, it's going to be this, no, it's going to be that. And you're going and going, and then all of a sudden the thing happens. I think this is why it makes it so much fun, is because you're like, oh no, oh no, oh no. And then it just punches you in the face with something completely different. And you're like, oh shit. And the fact that it's so fucking over the top in the best of ways, it just makes you like laugh gleefully and just be like totally shocked with what happened and excited for what's going to happen next.
Totally. Yeah. That one was so fun, especially because did you ever see the trailer for this?
Yes,
okay.
I did.
Yeah, the trailer was amazing because it's this scene that is most of the trailer. And when Jade and I saw the trailer, we were like so stoked. It took us like a long time to realize that it was a Final Destination. But as soon as we caught on, we were like, oh my God, this is a Final Destination movie. And it just delivers on these insanely complex kills. And I love, like you said, like it makes it so fun, and it's the tension and it's also the playing with the audience expectations. That's great. Like I love that her mom goes and takes the rake out from underneath the trampoline.
Yes.
She's like, oh, somebody's going to land on that. And you're like, oh, whew, that's not going to happen.
You have to, every movie company should talk to the people who made this trailer, because typically they give too much away. you see once you get to the scenes that were in the trailer in the movie, you're like, oh, sometimes unfortunately it loses its effect. I remember I won't get into it, but with weapons in the trailer, the classroom scene. And so then when it's on screen, it wasn't as impactful. Again, we love that movie. Go back to that episode to listen to it. Absolutely loved it. I'm just saying there's certain things, and sometimes they give it away too much. And a lot of times, like in comedy movies, all the funny moments are in the trailer. So then you're really let down when you watch the movie. But this one was perfect because I thought they get killed on a ladder or with the glass. They don't give away that those aren't the ways that someone dies. And so then when you're into it, you're like, oh, here we go. There's that ladder. I remember it from the trailer. And then she removes it and you're like, oh shit. Well, is somebody else going to step on the ladder someplace else? No, the ladder has nothing to do with it. It was great.
To clarify, that's a rake, not a ladder.
Why do I keep saying ladder? Sorry. I don't even know. It's a rake. It was a rake. Not the ladder.
I know you knew. I was clarifying for our listeners.
What on earth? Anyways, I didn't sleep well last night. But yeah. Yes. They did such a phenomenal job of that.
Oh my God, the glass in the ice was killing me. I was like, oh God, the whole time. I was like, please, no, please don't swallow that.
And then somebody starts to choke a little bit and you're like, oh no, but it wasn't. It was just ice.
Yeah. And then they keep going to drink it, but then set it down. Oh, that was amazing. Well done.
Yeah. So good.
So fun. And then, the fucking lawnmower is the thing. Guy gets his face lawnmowered off. It is incredibly gory. This is a very gory movie.
Yeah, it is a very joyfully gory movie.
Yeah.
Joyful and gory for sure. Oh my God.
Yeah, all of these setups for the death scenes were great. Phenomenal. And weirdly complex. And
yeah, like the trash truck, the garbage truck, and that allowed. She's like, what if that happens and that and that and that and that, and then that is exactly what happens. It was just so ridiculous how everything. But if you think about it, it's so ridiculous, all the pieces. But in real life, there's oftentimes like all the pieces have to fall into place for this one particular thing to happen. Yeah. I remember I was in high school and I think it was somebody's sister or mother or relative. I can't even remember. The only thing I remember is the story that they had died in a car accident, but what had happened, and it was just like everything had to align for this particular thing to happen. It was like they went over a bump and something like sparked and got loose, and it was like some kind of a pipe or something. I don't even remember, but then the car lost control, got in an accident. But the way they died was this thing that dislodged from the car, whatever it was, like a pipe, tube, whatever it was, stabbed through them. Like car, and it went through the bottom of the car and up through their stomach. And I just remember thinking, how crazy is that? You don't even hear of that happening. That's like a Final Destination thing.
Definitely.
And all these pieces had to fall right into place for that particular thing to happen. It was crazy.
Yeah. Like, what are the fucking odds?
Yeah.
Kind of a death.
Exactly. And sometimes that happens. A lot of times that happens.
Yeah, totally.
Oh gosh. But never mind. That was the first one. So I won't mention anything because we're not talking about that movie.
Okay.
But yeah.
But speaking of pipes through a stomach, let's talk about this fucking MRI death.
Gosh, we're just waiting for these guys to die. They are so funny. They're so much fun. And before this happens, the one guy lives through his tattoo shop being catching on fire. His nose ring, right? Is septum ring is tied up to the fan. You're like, this guy's gonna die, and he lives, and you're like, whoa, oh my God.
That was such a good reveal.
Dude, it was so good.
that he was alive and he's just chilling. Yeah. And then he's trying to help his brother. But like, yeah, that MRI machine is on for so long. Again, the tension, they're really building this long amount of tension. And Jade was so stoked on this MRI kill. He was like, at the end of the movie, he goes, everybody always wants to see someone die by MRI. And I was like, do they or do you? Like, that's such a specific thing to want to see. And he was like, yeah, I have always wanted to see that.
It was so phenomenal. So they want they want to kill his brother. He has a peanut allergy so that they can resuscitate him and hopefully end the death being after their bloodline. Oh my God, this MRI. They're walking through the hospital and you're like, what is it going to be? What is it going to be?
Yeah. Oh, and this was, what a way to go. This movie was also hilarious.
Hilarious.
Like, so funny. I love these piercings coming out of his face. And like, so they come all out of his face and then you see his nipples, with nipple rings.
And then his penis piercing, everything starts to pull him towards. It's so great. And he gets sucked into that and he's getting all bent. And then there's that wheelchair that just goes and impales him. And then his brother. And then the snack machine and the coil just coiling through his head. It was epic. They really make you wait and wonder, but then they really deliver on some great, crazy deaths.
Insane deaths, yeah. And I liked the little Easter egg of his stomach in the MRI machine, like the things sort of like poking through, because he has a tattoo of a skull on his stomach, and that's kind of the, on all the cover art for all the movies and stuff.
Right. So that's right. That was
nice.
Oh my God, was so phenomenal.
Yeah, I have a ton of Easter eggs, like,
because
they wrote in. Okay, well, maybe before I get into them, which ones do you have? Ones that you picked up on?
I said
I kind of mentioned some already.
Yeah, I said I did, and now that you asked me that, it went
totally blank.
Totally blank.
Okay.
The main thing sticking out to me is the end. And that particular with the logs. Yeah. Oh God, I just loved it. It's crazy because you think like, oh, these people, they have survived this. And because she was resuscitated, brought back to life, blah, blah, blah. And then the doctor's like, no, actually you didn't die because you didn't go into a cardiac arrest. So you didn't die. And they're like, what? And then this train goes by and there's this major accident and these logs come off. You see the train with the logs, you're like, oh my God, yes. And this is so iconic, these logs. People know about this, and I don't even think they know where it's from. Totally. But when you're driving behind a truck that has anything really that can shoot off at this point, but logs especially, you think of Final Destination. Even TT knew about it because we were driving and pulled behind this truck that had a bunch of pipe or like tubing. Yeah. And she's just like, oh, we shouldn't be behind this truck, because she had probably seen something in social media that had the logs. And so I got to have a moment, a mommy daughter horror moment where I was like, do you know what that's from? And I explained it to her. So even her, when she saw this, she was like, oh my gosh, the logs. And it's just so ridiculous how they shoot into the suburban street and then squash both of the main characters. But it was so much fun. Steve had watched the majority of it and then fell asleep. And I was like, you have to watch the end. That's how much I loved it. You have to watch it. It's just so worth it. It was so much fun.
Yeah, I was bummed that they died. You want to see them survive, but nope.
I loved it.
Gets everyone.
It just made me laugh.
It's so ridiculous.
It's so ridiculous.
I think this is my one qualm. This is my one thing is I didn't love the logs at the end, because we already did a log thing, like when they were driving and they almost T-boned a truck with a bunch of logs on it. I was like, this was one too many log Easter eggs for me. I would have rather they just got crushed by the trains.
Okay.
But that's just me.
I feel like the logs are so epic Final Destination
Yeah.
that we think like, oh, that's a nod. That's cute. No, they have their day.
They do.
They have their moment. And I agree. It's like, it would be nice to have them live, but just the fact that they were just squash. And again, blew your mind. Like
Yeah.
you were not expecting that. And I really like that.
Totally. I also love the setup when they're talking to the doctor and he's like, he's all, and they're all,
But you
wait,
didn't
what?
really die. Yeah.
Yeah. He's like, oh, nothing. You're cool. And they're like, no, what are you talking about? And he's like, oh, well, technically you just were unconscious. You're like, fuck.
Yeah. You're like, oh no. And then the oldest cousin, like they found out the reason he didn't die originally was because his mom had an affair. Right?
Yeah.
So
So
he was-
Eric, Eric is not actually blood related to them.
That was a funny scene too. This whole dynamic of these family members, they really delivered the comedy really well.
I agree. Like I love this character, Eric Campbell. Like I think he really brings a lot of the comedy. A couple of notes, Easter egg notes, just while we're talking about it. So that doctor at the end of the film was named after the franchise creator because his name is Dr. Reddick, and the creator is Jeffrey Reddick.
Okay, I did not catch that. That's great.
Fun. And then for Eric, not being related, during the barbecue, the song that's playing is the Pina Colada song, which is obviously about a spouse trying to cheat on their partner. And then it's revealed that she had an affair.
Okay, I'm so excited about this. I didn't catch any of this. This is great.
That one's, I feel like, a pretty, like, that one's like a really under the radar sort of Easter egg, you know?
So thoughtful though.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah. These guys, the directors, were huge fans of the franchise. And you can feel it. I mean, you can tell that this was really crafted with care. But they, I guess, put together one of the death scenes, and like in one of the interviews or whatever with the producers, they had put together the death scene or a version of the death scene where his septum ring is connected to the ceiling fan. And I guess they just loved it so much that that's how they got the job to direct this film. There was like 200 candidates for directing.
Oh, wow.
Too. So they won out amongst a lot of people.
That's great. They chose correctly.
Yeah, agreed. Also, maybe while I'm going back a little bit, but want to talk about, in my opinion, the funniest scene of this whole movie is right after JB tells them about, like, okay, the way you survive is you either flatline or you can steal someone else's life. So while we're watching this, Jade pauses it and he's like, because they say, or no, I don't even think they said it. Jade pauses it and he's like, you know what you do is you just go to, obviously joking. He's like, you just go into a maternity ward, you take out all the babies, and then you're good. You're good to go. And then,
oh no,
because you know they're tiny babies, and we're like, okay, we play it, and then right after that they go and they have the conversation in front of the maternity ward where they have the same conversation where they're like, yeah, but we don't know how many years they have left, and there's a baby crying. they're like, no, absolutely not. No, we can't. But
can we?
No, we can't do that.
Yeah,
we can't. Absolutely,
that was
not
hilarious. Oh, I love that
so hard. We like went back and watched it again. It was so good.
You know, you just made something click for me, actually. So I remember that and I was laughing, but then I didn't realize that. I thought they were going to consider killing one of the babies because it was easier. So you get the life force of that person, how many years they have left.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that.
Yeah. So then you're ensuring that you get maximum amount of years.
That makes that scene even better.
I just like that it was like the movie knew that was going to be your thought process, and then like gave it back to you in the next scene. Like, what a great, just these people really understand timing and audience expectations and how to subvert and then like give in to those. Like, I just really masterfully done.
Yes, I agree.
I also loved, I think that this movie gives a lot of opportunity for sequels because of that. There's kind of that element of it. We have obviously the dying and being revived. But I kind of, in that same conversation where Jade was like, well, you just kill a bunch of babies. I was like, why hasn't there been like a vigilante killer? Like, you could go fucking vigilante killing criminals and rack up years of their lifespan to survive this thing. I think that's a cool potential.
Oh, yeah. And then how long can you live by doing that?
Oh, yeah. Like, do you accidentally cheat death more? That's probably bad for you. Oh, God. There's a movie right there. That's 2 more movies. I'm
here for it.
I think I've cheated death and then, I cheated death again.
Yeah.
Too much. I went overboard. Now I'm past what I would have lived naturally. Now I really have to die.
Oh, they should definitely make this movie.
Yeah. I'm in. And then the other one that I wrote down for just sequel opportunity is this fucking penny. Jade and I, the whole time, we were like, just put the penny back in the fountain.
Oh my God. Where's the last? I don't remember. Where's the last place we see the penny? It's right there at the end, isn't it?
I don't remember. The last time I remember seeing it is that it rolls and it keeps open the train tracks, which causes the crash.
That's right.
So it's lost somewhere out in the world. I don't know that would help anything, but I mean, I guess it doesn't matter anyway. Everybody's dead.
Yeah, that line, everything. Well, no, not everything associated with that pet. Yes. Sorry, because no. It's okay. Sorry, my mind is battling itself. Everybody in that tower is kind of related to that penny, but not related to each other. So there must be multiple of these timelines going on all over, unless the people have already died out.
Yeah, I think they have.
All of them. They're the last ones.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because Iris and JB were the last 2. And so as soon as it's done with, like, because she died, in the premonition seconds before he did. So it's her and then him. So her and her whole family dies. Then he dies, JB, which happens off screen, but, is inevitable. But then once that happens, it's totally done. All of those people from the tower are dead.
I watched this, like a month ago, and I didn't get a chance to rewatch it this time. I always rewatch it. I didn't get a chance, so I read through the Wikipedia to remind myself the sequence of events. So certain little things I'm forgetting.
Well, I wouldn't have known had you not said that.
Oh man.
Let's see. Do you want me to just run through my other Easter eggs?
Yeah, those are fun.
Okay. When Darlene lists off possible names of the hospital, she says Clear Rivers, who's the protagonist of the first Final Destination movie, and also appears in Final Destination 2. I'm not going to know how to say this, but the beer that the family is drinking during the barbecue is Heiss? Hice.
Okay. Sounds like Heiss.
Hiche? Heiss? I don't know. But it's a fictional brand that has appeared in the series since the second movie.
Okay.
When Iris and her boyfriend pull up to the venue in the opening scene at the Skyview, The license plate reads FL818E. Flight 180.
Ooh, that's from the first one.
Yeah.
Oh.
And then the directors also said that the number of the train, 0513, is a callback also to the first movie because the flight departed on May 13th.
Ooh, that's very intricate.
Yeah, and they're going to Paris in the original movie, and so the color of the train is red and blue, which are the colors
of France.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nice.
Very nice.
Maybe I already mentioned this, but the logs, if you take out the T-boning the logs, maybe I could be okay with the logs at the end. It's just one too many. I just needed one.
Logs. It kind of would have been cool. Well, it's tricking you though. It's making you think, oh, here are the logs, and it's like, nope. So
that's true.
They think you think.
Oh, we already did
done with the logs. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you're not expecting the logs to come back.
True. That's true.
If that didn't happen, you might be like, oh, I wonder if they're going to do something with the logs.
And then if they did nothing with the logs, that would be disappointing.
Yeah.
I see your original point. Yeah. Okay. I can be swayed. Okay. I feel like this one is pretty obvious, but in the book that Iris puts together, she has pages pertaining to a plane, the log truck, and the bridge disasters, which are the main disasters of the first, second, and fifth installments.
Yes.
So maybe that's where I got my first, second, and fifth. I don't know. Also, there is a glimpse of a wood chipper, which might not seem important at first, but since no one actually died in it, but that's how Kimberly Corman and Thomas Burke died, according to an alternate ending for Final Destination 3.
Oh.
The deleted scene revealed that they both died from a bizarre wood chipper accident.
Oh, fun. I love that.
Yeah. I also liked that Iris dies being impaled. So she even died in the same way that she would have.
Yeah.
At the Skyview.
Yeah, I didn't even think of that. I didn't even think of that by the time we got there, but you're right. This is how you were supposed to die. So here we go.
So sorry. Impaling is how you're going.
Yeah. That drowning scene was so scary because she couldn't get out of her seatbelt, and she wasn't, it was so tight. She wasn't able to even slide out of it.
That is good. You'd think that this family would have one of those seatbelt slicers.
Yeah, right.
Of all families that would exist there. But it did make me think, I was like, I should get one of those.
Yeah, I have one. But what good is it doing sitting over here on my bookshelf?
You gotta put that in the car.
Annie Elise from 10 to Life, that true crime podcast I love, she has the Stay Safe kit. And it has a seatbelt slicer. It has it's like this point that will break car windows.
The glass.
Yeah, the glass. Yeah. It has a scrunchie that you can, there's like a little hole in the scrunchie, and you pull out a drink cover.
Oh.
To go over your drink. And then has a straw. So if you're out, so no one can drop anything in your drink. It's really cute.
Smart.
Yeah. Little kit, little Stay Safe kit.
Cool. I love that.
I got them for my girls, my older girls.
Yeah. Oh, so smart. I'm going to buy one of those probably. Yeah. Okay. That was it for me for trivia.
Nice.
Was there anything else?
I was trying to think. I don't know that I said a lot of fun. I liked all. I just had a lot of fun. I liked all the characters. There weren't any of the characters I didn't like. As I got to know them more, I liked them more, which is awesome. Total opposite of what we were talking about with some books or shows we watched, where the more you get to know the character, the less you like them. And I just thought, it was just so great. I wished I would have saw it in the theater. It just was something I didn't think was going to be good. And so I didn't do it.
Same. Jade and I said the same thing at the end. It was like, oh, this would have been so cool to see in a theater. And we just didn't. And I regret it.
Yeah, me too.
So fun.
Yeah.
Oh, I did see that they do have a. Hold on, I'm finding it. They did announce that they're working on a 7th film, like last month, or no, this month in August.
Oh, okay. Oh shit. Is it these same directors?
I don't know. I saw that it was maybe one of the same writers or something, but
Okay.
unknown on directors. So
Okay.
I think also the guy, one of the producers at least, Craig Perry, I think he has been on Final Destination since like the very beginning. So
Oh wow.
that's cool. Like
He knows what's gonna work, what's not gonna work.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
dedicated to the franchise.
Mm-hmm.
But what a cool franchise. I mean, really, like it's been a long time. I think it's been 14 years since the last one, Final Destination 5. And again, this just hit perfectly. But I forgot how cool of a concept this is, that if you cheat death, it comes back around to get you.
You've inspired me. Maybe these couple of days, because it's Labor Day weekend, have Monday off, I'll watch all of them.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Yeah,
because
marathon. Steve has been working on. He built himself a computer because he used to build. He used to build computers when he was young, and he built himself one because he loves this game called DayZ on Xbox, and he found out that the computer version has like tons of more worlds and it's way more advanced. This got him into this thing, so he just finished rebuilding his computer, and now he's building me one.
Cool.
He's going to start building me one. I'm very excited. And he's going to make it like with lights and stuff. Anyways, I'll share pictures. I don't even have that. He doesn't even have the first chip or whatever it is that you need when you build things. But anyways, so maybe I could like encourage him. You should go play your new game. And then TT's playing her games and I'll sit in the living room and watch all the Final Destinations. That's where I was going with all of that.
I love it. I love the backstory. I think I might do that too. Because we don't really have any plans tomorrow. I mean, I have to do some like catch up stuff for like work and a course that I'm in, but yeah. Okay, so let's rate it.
No?
I
Okay.
don't.
All right, let's rate it.
Okay. What are you gonna rate this?
Okay, I think I'm gonna just go for a 4.5.
Okay.
I mean, part of me thinks part of me was like, should I go higher? But then I had so much fun with it, and I think that's a really good score. And I tend to really like, as you all know, being super challenged intellectually with themes and things like that. That tends to be my higher rated movies. And this is just very straightforward, a whole lot of fun. So I want to rate it high, but I feel like those last buckets of space when you're going towards the 5 are just different types of movies for me. Although Alien Romulus, I did do a 4.75. But then Weapons, I did a 4.6, and I feel like I would rate that higher. It's more up my alley than this one. So I'm going to go for a 4.5.
Got it. Okay.
Yes.
All of that logic follows, I feel like. I think I'm going to do a 4.75 again.
Okay.
Because I feel like I liked it as much as Weapons, but I agree with anything higher than that. I sort of do reserve for things that are more scary or hit me more thematically or something like
more nuanced.
Yeah, exactly. Because it is a pretty straightforward movie, which doesn't make it bad by any means. But that's why I'm not going all the way up. Like Alien Romulus, I give a 5 because it did all of this and like the same thing here, but it also was like just amazing, a very fun movie, action packed. Oh, that's a great movie. So I couldn't go that high.
Lots of vaginas. Just kidding.
Lots of vaginas. Lots of genital imagery. So yeah, 4.75 for me on that.
Nice. And these are great scores. This is a good movie. You should go and see it, most definitely. So much fun. I think I'm convinced I'm going to binge the other ones this weekend. Some nice, relaxing horror. horror-filled weekend.
Just some nice, relaxing, terrible, complex ways to die. Yeah.
I said to somebody at work when I was talking about this movie and how much I liked it, that we went back to and watched number 1. And after that, I was like, oh, I need to take a break. And they're like, I know, it's really hard to watch like all of this graphic violence. And I'm like, oh no, I needed a break because I was bored. The first one didn't deliver the same kind of impact, so I needed a break because if the second one was like that, I might not watch any of them. And they're like, "Oh, yeah." They're like, oh, that's right. Right before they said that, they're like, "Yeah, I felt like that when I watched Saw." I started we watched one, maybe it was one of the newer ones, and then we went back and watched the first one. I'm like, "Oh, I can't do this," and I'm like, oh yeah, no. That's not what I meant. I watched all the Saws back to back. Remember when we were going to do that? Saw all of them, just been back to back to back, and loved it. That person was like, "Oh, okay."
I know. I have these moments too where I'll be talking to people and they'll be like, I just can't do I just don't like a whole lot of gore. Like I just can't do the gore, and I'm like, I kind of love it.
Yeah. Have you seen Hostel? It's like, I have this tattoo. I love Hostel.
I love it. Oh, yeah. I think splatter films really truly are like one of my favorite subgenres.
Yeah. When
fun.
Done well. Wow. It is. Yeah. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah. This is a perfect example, I feel like, of a well done splatter movie that, again, it's like a popcorn flick, not super, deep or anything, but very fun. So,
yeah. Very fun.
This is a winner.
Oh my gosh. So much fun. All right, everybody. Definitely go check out our Ichi the Killer with a podcast on Elm Street. That was a whole lot of fun. I think you'll really like that. And if you have seen Final Destination Bloodlines, please do. I obviously don't have my little script in front of me, but, tell us what you think. Your favorite moments, your favorite Easter eggs, your favorite themes, not a whole lot of themes, but your favorite deaths. Yes. And use the hashtag 2chicks so that we can see them and that we can comment and like and engage with you. And while you're there, if you like us, you can give us a follow. Is that the one I'm supposed to say?
I think so.
Then what about you, Tawny? Okay, we want you to give us a follow if you like us. I didn't know if that was Tawny's thing, but Tawny, you tell me. You tell everybody. What else?
No. My thing is, I say, if you want to support the show, you can give us a like, review, and subscribe.
Yes.
Wherever you are.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right.
Questioning, second guessing. Okay. Anyway, that's it. We'll see you next time. We hope you have such a good night. No nightmares.